Although I was born a Haitian, I never really learned to appreciate and start to study the Haitian people, the Haitian history, until after I left this country for over 10 years. And it's a long process. It's an interesting process because we have one of the most interesting countries in this world. It's so true that I have not left Haiti for the past now 12 years, where I used to travel every month almost at one time in my life. It's a frustrating process, it's an interesting process, it's a totally baffling process sometimes, but this country is, to say the least, captivating. A detail that's not usually known. Most of these early slaves, Macandal, Boukman, you can tell by the name, they were from the British colonies in the Caribbean. Not that they had escaped or anything like that. Most of them were either still slaves and were either traded or escaped and came to another slave country, or in the case of Henri Christophe, who became king of Haiti for a while, he was brought here with Scottish, I think, a Scottish bartender, and he was a perfect hotel and bar keeper and server, and that was his first trade in Haiti. He was so young when he was brought here that when he was fighting with the American troops. You remember that we had a British Haitian contingent that fought in Savannah in the States, and Henri Christophe was the drummer boy in that group, that brigade or whatever it was. So Macandal is one of the first ones that used the power of voodoo to open the conscience of the slaves to their condition and stuff like that. There's a lot of myth of how he never died because when the British
Mystique, Mystique,
you know, the British, the French that caught him in the Cap region, when they finally caught him, they burned him. And apparently they had cut off his hands and stuff like that, and he just jumped out of the fire and became whatever it is. Some say wild boar, or some say mystique, some say anything, he just... But a lot of this is myth, you know that. But the myths are what keeps them going, right? And at first, they learned a hard lesson, which is why the only reason we succeeded is when all the oppressed people here got together and had the revolution. That's why our, what do you call it, the motto on the flag is "L'union fait la force." But we forgot that afterwards. Okay. So here in Haiti is that because why I'm saying that is a lot of little known about the actual revolution for independence in Haiti is the fact that we have three different communities here. I don't know if you visited Casal or Fontainebleau or anything like that. Totally populated by people from Polish descent. I myself am from
Polish
Italian
Haitians.
descent. Yes, the Pope, when John the 23rd, Jean 23.
Jean Paul.
Yeah, when he came here, he went and visited people that were related way back. Okay, if you go, family tree, you found the relation to them. Why? Is because people keep forgetting that Napoleon's army was made of all the people that he conquered in Europe. And when the fight started here, all of a sudden some of the contingents decided, shit, these people are doing what we should be doing at home, liberating ourselves from the French. And they sided with Haitians.
Yeah, I'm looking at this out.
The two Italian battalions that were there, the cannon groups, the artillery went with the French, and the cavalry went with the Haitians. Same thing with the Poles. The Poles, one group said, okay, my brigade or my division is not fighting with Leclerc. They're fighting with the people that want liberty or death, and they went on the Haitian side. So this country is really a lot of mixed people. One of the people that they forget the most is the remnants of the Indians that were here. Like a lot of the voodoo myths about the fight from the people that fought for the independence. Oh, Toussaint or Christophe, or Dessalines, when they were surrounded, they'd whip out their sword or their gun and make signs, and then they disappeared. Fine, if you want to believe in voodoo, right? And there's an explanation to everything, right? Mm-hmm. And we found out after a lot of studies that these people had hooked up in the beginning of the fights for independence, the Marron, the Neg Marron, when they were taking to the hills.
They freed slaves. Or not,
No.
freed, they escaped slaves.
They escaped
went
slaves,
to live
exactly.
generations.
And when they went up, the
And weren't
further
free.
they went up in the hill, what did they find? Little villages that were the remnants of the Arawak Indians that fled to Spain, the Spaniards. And they're the ones that taught them this country. How do you expect guys from Africa to come here and know everything about this country, which they've never seen? That's totally different from their old environment. Okay? There had to be a reason for that. Mystique was not the only thing, right? So what they did is they found those tunnels that the Indians had dug to escape the Spaniards. As a matter of fact, we did, when the troops were here in 94, they did a the group went down. And there is one that starts in Globusico down here and goes all the way up to Glocos. It's about 17 kilometers on the ground. Crazy, crazy stuff like that. Of course, but it's not Haiti. The mystique exists everywhere, right? We're universal. We keep forgetting that. We're not unique. God didn't create everybody with a passport in his pocket and say, oh, you're American, you're this and that. We're just a bunch of amoebas, right? So the mystique is real, but you got to be part of it. Some people are chosen, some are not. And the real mystique here is a little more interesting because of all these civilizations being superimposed one over the other. And the real Haitian mystique is not Black Africa voodoo, it's Haitian mystique, and it has the Arawak and Taino Indians in it. It has the Black Africans from all over Africa that were brought here, and our own mystique of the people that were born here, the Haitians that were their mothers being slaves, being raped by French or British colons and stuff like that.
In a way, Haiti is the most international or cosmopolitan nation.
In a way.
Because everyone
In
has
a
been
way.
here.
In a way.